Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big
Tank on here.
Yeah, Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know. He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He was only off for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I'd love to bring you.
When two boxing legends go from being close allies to bitter enemies, it's more than just another fight story. This is about Gervonta, Tank Davis and Floyd Money Mayweather, and their feud isn't starting inside the ring, it's happening outside of it. The drama turned personal when Davis revealed shocking reasons behind Mayweather's attack on him. The cause? Tank's secret relationship with Floyd's daughter. What started as a boxing bond has now turned into a family feud full of tension, secrets, and emotions ready to explode. Back at the Con Ennis vs. David Annan fight, the boxing world was excited about the match, but the real drama wasn't in the ring. Floyd Mayweather stormed into the arena, eyes locked on one person, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Floyd wasn't there for pleasantries, he came ready to fight. Reports say he didn't even wait for the event to finish, he confronted Tank in the middle of a conversation, looking furious, like he had been waiting for this moment. The tension was intense as Floyd started swinging, landing a couple of punches before Tank's security managed to break it up. But what could make the undefeated, calm, and calculated legend lose control like that? The answer lies with Ryan Garcia. Ryan stirred up the situation by exposing Tank's secret affair with Floyd's daughter, Yaya Mayweather, making the private drama very public.
I already knew about all that though. Once Gervonta Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm
Tank didn't deny the rumors. In fact, he admitted it in an interview shortly after. He said, "Yeah, I messed up, but I'm not going to let anyone control my personal life, not even Floyd." This truth hit Floyd hard because it wasn't just about any woman, it was about his daughter. To Floyd, this felt like a deep betrayal, almost like a declaration of war. As for Yaya, she's no stranger to the spotlight or controversy. From legal issues to her high-profile relationships, her life has always attracted attention. But this situation? It took things to a whole new level.
I feel like it's always the women versus the other woman as opposed to the guy that had a commitment to you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go stab him, but now she's going to be the one behind bars.
Yeah.
And his life is going to go.
Rumors had already been spreading about Yaya and Tank's close friendship, as paparazzi had spotted them together several times. Still, no one expected things to escalate into a full-blown affair. To make matters even more complicated, Tank had allegedly dated one of Floyd's exes, also named Yaya, before this. Coincidence? Maybe, but it does seem like Tank has a type. And here's the shocking part, when Floyd found out Tank was secretly involved with one of his exes, he reportedly had them both arrested. So now the big question is, if that was his reaction back then, what's Floyd going to do now that he knows Tank was with his own daughter? If you know anything about Floyd, you know he's a man of pride and control. He's spent decades building his empire, and loyalty means everything to him. So when Tank, a fighter he mentored and helped rise to fame, crossed the line like this, it felt like the ultimate betrayal, the biggest slap in the face.
Came up to me when he was a kid. Wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday." And
Floyd reportedly felt disrespected on every level. He told close friends, "I gave this kid everything, I made him a star, and this is how he repays me." But for Floyd, it wasn't only about respect, it was also about something much deeper. For Floyd, family is sacred, and Tank crossing that line with his daughter was something he could never forgive. To make it worse, the whole situation was exposed publicly, turning it into a recipe for disaster. At the same time, Floyd was facing his own personal struggles in Dubai, with rumors of unpaid debts and legal troubles keeping him stuck overseas for months. Boxing insider Rick Glazer even claimed that Floyd's financial problems were the reason he was grounded in the UAE.
They don't take it legal. They saying that he owes some people money out there for the transaction that didn't go through, and he's supposed to get back that money, but out there it's different. The rules is different. It ain't like here where you got a civil court. So I don't know the rules, I don't know the regulations, so that shit could turn out something good or bad.
Meanwhile, with Floyd stuck overseas, Tank and Yahya reportedly grew even closer. Some believe it was a calculated move by Tank, knowing Floyd couldn't step in, while others think it was just bad timing that spiraled out of control. But the drama didn't stop at the boxing event. Not long after, Floyd and Tank ran into each other again, and things turned even uglier. Witnesses claimed Floyd threw a bottle at Tank, hitting him square in the head. It was like watching a street fight between two people who absolutely hated each other, one source said.
Kill that motherfucker! When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker! You crazy? I know the fuck these niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucking hate. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
As if things couldn't get more dramatic, Floyd has reportedly teamed up with Shakur Stevenson to go after Tank in the ring. Lately, he's been spending time with one of Tank's biggest rivals, Shakur, the same fighter who's been calling Tank out for months. Apparently, Floyd and Shakur have even started training together, fueling speculation that Floyd's real plan is to prepare Shakur and put him in the perfect position to take Tank down.
In the gym with him before I was, when I went to the gym with him, people don't know this, I had went to the gym with him off camera, nobody seen it, and I was kind of like begging him to spar me. And I remember I had a hurt hand at the time. I'm like, man, I don't care. I'll use one hand in there. I just want to get in there with Floyd.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, he was older at the time, so he wasn't the same Floyd Mayweather. I want to say this was like a year, maybe 2 years ago. So, yeah, I've been in the gym with him before. He correct certain things. Floyd even called me, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, and, showed me some new tricks. So at the end of the day, he still, show a lot of love to him.
Shakur, one of boxing's brightest young stars, has a style many believe could expose Tank's weaknesses. The two have already been trading insults on social media, Shakur calling Tank a disgrace, and Tank firing back by saying he's just Floyd's puppet. The tension is rising fast, and it seems like Floyd is the one pulling the strings to make this fight happen.
And look, man, your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the
Floyd's mind games had already begun when he shook up the boxing world by choosing Shakur over Tank as the best fighter at 135 pounds. That single statement sent fans into a frenzy and only added more fuel to their rivalry.
Can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? The lightweight, who you would put where?
Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. Mm-hmm. But the most skillful fighter at 135
But Tank isn't backing down. He's been training harder than ever, posting clips that show off his lightning-fast punches and devastating knockout power. Not to mention, Tank has been landing deals even bigger than anything Floyd ever managed. And you just know that had to get under Floyd's skin. It was the kind of success that pushed him over the edge.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do.
He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
And if you think Tank is standing alone, think again. Adrian Broner, another big name in boxing and one of Tank's closest friends, has stepped up in his support. Broner even promised Tank that if things go down again, he's got his back, no questions asked.
You know, and when me and Tank go at it, sometimes he'll look at Tank and say, yo, listen to him, man. I'm good.
What's your thought on Tank and Floyd going back and forth, man?
I let two grown men handle their business, but they know whose side I'm on if we gotta go there, though.
Then there's Calvin Ford, Tank's loyal trainer and once a close friend of Mayweather. Ford has stood by Tank through everything, and he isn't staying quiet about this mess. He's openly criticized Floyd's actions, even saying that karma will catch up to him. According to Ford, this isn't just a feud anymore, it's turned into a full-on vendetta.
Floyd situation, you know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man, but at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we saying what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
Ford claims Floyd set up the ambush to stop a future showdown between him and Tank, a fight that could have been one of the biggest in boxing history. He believes Floyd was scared of Tank's power and worried he might actually lose in the ring. To avoid that risk and the possibility of embarrassment, Ford says Floyd chose to take the dirty route instead.
7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. You get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about in those 7 names?
Whoever you name. They could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson?
Yep.
Ryan Garcia?
Yep.
Devin Haney?
Yep.
Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence?
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. Yeah, September, November.
Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think's the most difficult opponent for you?
Yep, if there's one thing everyone knows about Tank, it's that he hits like a truck.
My hands. I gotta make sure my hands is right, cause I don't dumb him down with his punches. I let him do it. You know what I'm saying? And he get you alright? You alright?
Yeah.
Nigga, work. I just feel sorry for them guys that really push the button. Martin pushed the button.
Here's the kicker, shortly after all this, Calvin Ford actually switched sides and joined Mayweather Promotions. Yes, that really happened. Tank's former coach, the man who helped shape his career, is now teaming up with Floyd. If that's not betrayal, I don't know what is.
He been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that, 'cause do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for.
So why would Calvin Ford, who had always stood by Tank's side, suddenly make this jump? Ford himself has been surprisingly quiet about it, but insiders claim he sees this as a unique opportunity to move his career forward.
Was fighter of the year. His dad never got trainer of the year. So, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just.
Floyd's empire is massive, and joining Mayweather Promotions gives Ford access to more fighters, more visibility, and opportunities for bigger matches than he ever could have imagined on his own.
He may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter lives.
But this isn't just about moving up in his career. Word on the street is that Ford might also be feeling a certain way about Tank, especially after all the recent chaos. From legal troubles to court appearances and Tank's rollercoaster personal life making headlines, some say Ford may have lost patience with it all.
That's behind your back. You got handcuffs. Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask her about it.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay, she's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset.
Signing with Mayweather Promotions could be Ford's way of moving forward with a more professional team that offers him stability, something Tank hasn't always been able to provide.
On boxing, you know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You're worried about your living conditions. So that's why, fighters are not able to perform and give it 100% if they're.
Things took a savage turn when Floyd reportedly went full petty with his revenge. Let's be real, Floyd's ego is legendary, and seeing his protege steal the spotlight was a tough pill to swallow. Tank even claims that Floyd stooped so low he gave inside intel on Tank's strategies to Frank Martin, all in an effort to sabotage the very fighter he once promised to support.
To embrace guys, so what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting? And has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. Go do it when, cause 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, cause you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. It could be little things that'll take you to the next level. That Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something, and it could be the same thing. You might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of feel about you.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming uploads. And make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, we'll catch you in the next one.